Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all keeping well. Well, another week, another couple of games done. 2 games here to go over. Just picked out the highlights really from each game, otherwise we'll be here for hours. But last week now it was, crikey, it's gone so quick. I went over to Blackburn Rovers, not been there before, so another ground ticked off the list. And great to catch up with Lee Durkin, sat next to Lee for the game, so thanks for your company, mate. And God, it was an absolute pig to send out. Could not send out. I had to run to the little photographer's room at half time and grab the Wi-Fi off the ground's Wi-Fi to send out. Crikey, none of us could send anything out, and that is the worst thing. I had my 3 SIM in my MiFi device in my dongle. That wouldn't go. I had my hotspot, my Vodafone hotspot, wouldn't go on that. And it would not even connect to the ground's Wi-Fi. So, it's just panic stations, especially because there was a bit of a protest, you'll see in a minute, a Venky's out protest. The Blackburn fans started throwing mainly tennis balls, but all sorts onto the pitch. And I was desperate to send that out, and I just couldn't get it out. So I had to dash to the little photography room at half time and take the laptop and jump on the Wi-Fi, and then I could send out. Obviously, using hotspot on the phone, it's all right as before the ground gets busy, but thousands of fans there on their phones, relying on hotspots just no good. But anyway, yeah, apart from that, it wasn't a bad do, but it did go to penalties. Anyway, let's crack on with this set. Oh, if you could remember to smash that like button, guys, that'd be much appreciated. Right, let's crack on. Right, so let's get straight into the game. Now, a couple of GVs again. I was just showing you how at night I like to just be a bit arty and get these old starbursts on the light. So what I am at f18 right down to a 30th, just to try and keep that ISO down. Now I shot this on the 5D Mark IV, so it can handle ISOs fine. So that was, yeah, just getting a bit arty with the old lights, look, and the same with that one. F18 again, 30th. -1 on the exposure compensation just to bring the lights down a bit, and ISO 2000 there. So yeah, just a bit arty for a few GVs, and then straight into the game. Got loads of warm up and that. I couldn't send anything out, but yeah, the tennis balls were raining onto the pitch, and we were dodging them. And there was actually a real, after the last tennis ball had gone on, we'll just flick through them. You can see the keeper here just picking the tennis balls up and reading what was on them, and there was a massive bang. And I said to, I can't think who was sat to my left, what the heck was that? Anyway, don't know, mate. I heard it, but I don't know what it was. Perhaps it was something. Anyway, carried on. Half time, just as I was getting up, there was a £1 coin down near my foot. Now, if that had struck one of us on the head, crikey, that'd have hurt. But anyway, yeah, I picked it up, put it in my pocket. That's my lucky £1 coin now, because it didn't hit me. But yeah, the Blackburn fans were protesting about the Venky's, and yeah, I was desperate to get these images out, because it's a bit of a news story really, tennis balls coming onto the pitch. These players were picking up a couple of balls as well, but yeah, the play stopped for a couple of minutes while they were collecting the tennis balls. But anyway, and then what time is it here? It was a pretty steady game really. Then Anthony Jordan scored. I was blocked for his actual kick, but did manage to get him just running past the keeper there as he's turning round, and I sent that in, and it did get used online. So it just goes to show it's just he's running off celebrating. You can see the fans, the Newcastle fans celebrating, and I thought I'd better send something, and sent that in. The celebration was right far end, never really saw anything. His back was to the camera all the time, so I didn't. That's the only thing I sent in really. But I did make sure that I hosed him down throughout the game, just to send some Anthony Gordon images off, just in case any of the papers wanted any images of him. And then I can't never pronounce his name. I think it's Schmodic. Schmodic scored, made it 1-1, which was good, and he gave us a real great celebration. What am I at here? I'm at obviously at 2.8, 12/50th, 102 mil there, and then I'm zooming out, and he give the spare ball a whack. There's a bit going on here, look, because they're a bit dejected that he'd scored, but he whacked the ball. So I'm still zooming out. Look, 88 mil now. Still, what am I at? I'm 88 mil still. Just managed to get the ball in there. zooming out a bit, 85mm, 70mm, and that's it. I'm maxed out now. It's well, reduced out at 70mm there. And yeah, he gave us a nice celebration. I'm not keen on backs. I hate players' backs. But when it's a celebration like this, and you can see the number and the name, you can just about get away with it. And then luckily he spun round to us and managed to get some nice reaction. Zoomed in on that for another one, and I think that appeared somewhere. But that was good. Then the players come in, and then I did mention, obviously, I wanted to emphasise this in the caption, so I just mentioned that he was celebrating Smodic's goal. Luckily, old Steadicam kept out the way there just about, but they're mainly up and down the touchline, aren't they? But yeah, so that was 1-1. Gave us a nice salute, and then it was getting really cold, so there you could see Dubravka's breath there. So I just thought I'd shoot that, just something a bit different. Bit of a foul. I mean, there was plenty of action, but we'd be going through action all night. What we out there? We're on the R5 here, and the pull. That's quite a massive pull, that is, and still great quality. Loving the R5 at the minute, and that's at 12/50th. And then full time and penalties, and it's my worst nightmare. I don't know about you guys, but what do you do? Do you zoom in on the kicker? Do you zoom in? Do you use the 400 on the keeper? And I thought, right, this was the very first penalty. This was. I thought, right, I'm going to go wide just to set the scene. Dubravka saved it. A penalty kick from Smodic, and I thought, oh no, I'm wide. There's no way I can zoom in on the, or crop in on the keeper. It'd be way too pixelated. Let's just have a look. I mean, that's zooming in quite a lot, look. But you can see that he's, if I go in any more, you can see, yeah, look at the quality now, look. But I think that was a bit of a crop anyway, at that. But so I set the scene, he saved it, and I thought, oh. So I jumped on the 400, I was a bit brave, jumped on the 400 and started shooting the keepers then. And managed to get, incidentally, what's this at? This is at 12/50th. Now I've heard on, I think I was on electronic shutter now. I don't think there's any way you can tell on here, is there? I'm sure I was on electronic shutter. Now he's nice and sharp, look, and his gloves are, but the ball's blurred, and I reckon at 12/50th, I think there was one somewhere, yeah, 1600th. I knocked it up a bit on the electronic shutter, and the ball's oval, and I've read about the ball being oval on electronic shutter, and it definitely is there, look. It's just not quite, I've read lots about the electronic shutter and balls being oblong, and that one definitely is there, look. If it was a slower shutter speed, it'd just be blurred, I think. But anyway, incidentally, let's just show you. I used electronic shutter on the darts, and look what happened. Can you see the banding on that one? And you can see it more on Rob Cross, look. I meant to bring that up in the darts video and forgot. Yeah, so that was on electronic shutter, and I thought, whoa, what's going on here? And I had a word with good mate Steve Patton, and he said, yeah, I've experienced that before on electronic shutter. Just can't keep up. So yeah, electronic shutter, not sure about it, especially with the old footy. But on the old ball, I suppose if you were panning with the ball, it might be different. But let me know what you think if you've tried it. But anyway, let's get back. So yeah, managed to get his last save, which I was quite chuffed with. He just tapped it round and it came off the bar. And see, the ball's all right there, look, but I think the ball's obviously slowing down because he saved it, so he's slowed the ball down, and then it's come off the post, so it's circular there. But anyway, yeah, saved his last shot. And then what do you do? Do you stay on the keeper to get his celebration? Do you whiz round and get the players that are all celebrating running towards the keeper? Do you get the dejection from the kicker? Oh, it's a right task, isn't it? It needs three of you really to cover a penalty. But anyway, I quickly panned round, got the players running towards the keeper, got another one of Anthony Gordon celebrating, and then zoomed out a bit and got Dubravka and his teammates then celebrating, and managed to get some nice reaction there, and some nice close-ups, and what's that? And that's on the R5, that's pulled in, look, and it's still great quality. And it's always tricky under the lights, but what we're at now, we're at 1600th there, look. ISO's quite mad there, look, 12,800, but let's go back ISOs. Yeah, look, I'm just looking at the ISOs here, 8,000, 6,004, yeah. And nice to get Jason Tyndall in there in the middle. Never really got anything of Howe celebrating. He's always quite low-key, isn't he? Just got one of him applauding the fans there. And that was it for that game. Right, on to Leeds. Again, nice GV, getting a bit arty with the old lights again. What we at there? We're at 20th there, F20, ISO 800, down to a 40th. As long as you tuck yourself in and get nice and still, make yourself into a tripod, you can use them big apertures at night. And the slow shutter speed, slow exposures, that's down minus 1.3, look on the exposure compensation. And yeah, you can get some nice arty stuff off the lights. Another one there. Now then, I've highlighted these three, Archie Gray, because I nipped into the press room and got chatting to one of the journos, and he said, "Hey, have you seen the team sheet? Archie Gray's on the bench." Now Archie Gray's been starting most games, and is he really? And so I thought, right, I'll go outside and I'll wait for Archie Gray to come out. I'll just get some images of him, just in case the journos put an early report in or something, or an early story in to say that Archie Gray's on the bench. So yeah, got some nice ones of him interacting with the fans and that, and players, smiling and whatever. And yeah, so that was that story covered, if you like, before the game even starts. So it's always great to hang about and keep an ear out on anything, any stories that might be coming out. So yeah, managed to get a few of Archie Gray, and then he's always in, isn't he? Old what's his flipping name? Can't remember his flipping name now. Jorginho Rutter. Yeah, he's always in the. And they were having a bit of a laugh and a joke during warm-up, so I just sent one of them off. Another one of Archie Gray warming up, and oh, we've got here. What's his name? Blooming what's his name? Somerville, isn't it? Yeah, Somerville. He was just as they came towards me. This is on the R3, isn't it? Yeah, 7200. What we at there? 12,800. Look, and you would not know. Look at the ISO. How the R3's coping super with the ISO at 12.8. That's at 1600th. 5.6 as well. Look, because I was just getting them warming up. So yeah, that's nice. And then one of Jorginho Rutter again. Look at that. Look, 10,000 ISO there. You can see a little bit of grain perhaps in the drop off, but pin sharp. Look. Really impressed with the R3. And yeah, into the game. Just thought I'd try and get a bit of a pan blur of Daniel James, because he's on form at the minute. He is on fire. So I was trying to get a bit of him. And we've got Somerville coming in. Just a bit of action. Nearly scored, but didn't. Then, bloody hell, I'm forgetting all their names. Bamford. He nearly scored, went wide. Bit more, got some nice action, some nice stock of Daniel James running towards me. And then he goes and scores, doesn't he? And look at this for a block. Totally blocked. The ball's there, look. Blocked. He's blocked there. He's just under his armpit. Still sharp. But the ball's sharp. But I sent it in, but I thought... And I was chatting to the lads afterwards. And did anyone get the goal? No, blocked. Oh, we were all blocked for it. But... yeah, not the best goal, but so I thought, right, I've got to get some more of Daniel James now. Bit like the same scenario with Anthony Gordon on the Newcastle game. So one celebration, that was it. He ran the other way, didn't he, to the other corner. So yeah, so I'm just trying to get a bit of Daniel James then, just to send in, just in case. So hosed him down, and then Archie Gray came out and he was interacting with the fans again. They were all shouting his name, so that was quite nice. He was just warming up on the corner flag and gave the fans a smile. Bit of breath coming out, cold breath coming out of the manager, Schumacher, isn't it? Yeah, Schumacher, of the Stoke manager. Just a bit more reaction, just to try and get something, just in case there's a story on the manager afterwards. And then can't remember his name now. 49. Let's have a look what his name is. Ben Wilmot. He had a block, a shot blocked, which was nice, and that's a massive pull on the R5, but look how sharp they are. Really impressed with the R5, like I keep saying. But yeah, he had a shot blocked, and then bit of reaction again, and the fans, look, fan reaction as well, applauding the shot and whatever. But yeah, a bit of reaction, and look at that for a pull. That is the far end of the ground, and still kept its quality. But yeah, and then we've got Pirro just in action. Then there was a red card, second yellow, red card, just managed to get it, but players totally, I can just see his eye, look. I sent it in because you can see his eye. As long as you can see one player's eye, one eye on a player, I always reckon to send it in. But yeah, you can just see his eye there, so I thought, yeah, I'll send it in. Red card. Did get a nice bit of reaction there. What's going on, ref? But yeah, second yellow and he was gone. But just a bit of reaction as he's walking off the pitch. And then Meslier, the Leeds keeper, made some vital saves right on the last couple of minutes of added time. And he gave out a right shout there. And I thought, if the story's going to be about Meslier keeping him in the game and keeping him, you know, on a winning streak, keeping that 3 points, they might use it. So I sent one or two of him roaring like a lion, and just a bit more reaction. You know, I stopped you sort of thing. That could be a story. But and then Daniel James was in right on the last few minutes. Keeper saved it. So I don't like players' backs, but look, he's almost celebrating there. Look, 2 or 3 of them are celebrating. But anyway, keeper saved it. Thought I'd send it in. As a rule, I'll always say don't send players' backs in unless it can be used for a story. But bit of reaction from Daniel Farke, the Leeds manager, and a bit more reaction from Schumacher, the Stoke manager. And then that's it, full time. And I'm thinking, I'll probably get plenty of Leeds reaction. Let's just get some quick dejection from the Stoke players. So yeah, got 1 or 2. He fell to the ground and was just... And God, that sums it up, doesn't it? Look at that. Look, they did try really hard, and they came close to equalising actually. But yeah, and then just a bit more dejection and bits and bobs, and then following the Leeds players then, and this was nice. Farke had another nice conversation with Archie Gray on the pitch, which is always good. He always tends to, he's a bit like Pep Guardiola. He always tends to pick a few players out and have a good chat with them on the pitch. So I always tend to follow Farke about because he always has a chat with someone. And you never know. I've had, he was chatting to Archie Gray on the line once and the image got used. So you just always got to keep an eye out. And another one of Meslier just applauding fans. And yeah, there he is, look, having another chat. Carrying on the chat with, that just shows you, look, I snapped that. And then following Meslier round the pitch, and then went back to Farke, and he's still chatting with Archie Gray. So got a few more images, look, patting him. So you never know. And then just stayed on Farke. Then just he always plays with the fans and that, and gets involved with them. And yeah, good just to finish a set off, just patting his chest, and that's it. So yeah, just a quick one on a couple of games this week, guys. But I'm still going to do that. I am really impressed with the R3, apart from the electronic shutter, bit iffy perhaps, but I have read lots about it and I was aware about it, so we'll see. But yeah, still not convinced on the people tracking on the focus tracking on the R3. But like I said, I haven't done it yet, but I'll knock up a quick video on vehicle tracking because it performed really well at the rally that I went to. Picked up the cars lovely and panned with them lovely, so I will do a video on that. But yeah, where am I tomorrow? Anyway, Mansfield versus Swindon Town tomorrow for me, so looking forward to going back to Mansfield, just down the road, so not too far to go. Do let me know where you are, guys, in the comments below, and let me know if you've had any oval balls with electronic shutters, and yeah, it'd be good to compare notes on the old electronic shutter. But certainly for the darts, with it being really dark, I suppose, it really did show up the banding on it, but no way around that, I don't think, unless you guys know otherwise. But anyway, let me know where you're shooting this weekend, guys. Have a great game when you're out tomorrow, or whatever. If you're out tonight, perhaps Friday night, there's a few Friday night games. And yeah, post all your images on the Facebook chat group, on the photography chat group Facebook page. Great to see your work and that, and not just sport, but anything, posting anything. It was quite funny. I'm going to knock up a quick video. I took Harry over to Coningsby. Was it Wednesday night? One night this week. Yeah, I think it was Wednesday night, because they were night flying. Just they have a week out of it. 1 week in the month they'll start flying at 12 o'clock at night, at 12 o'clock afternoon, and then go through till 12 o'clock at night. So they were night flying this week. So I took Harry over there, and been meaning to catch up with one of the guys, with Lee. And Lee Canuke, tell me if I'm pronouncing that right. And I said, look, we'll have to meet up at Coningsby one day. Well, because it was dark, pitch black round Coningsby, me and Harry went and walked down the road just to get a couple of landing shots. And there were some guys stood on the fence. And it was only Lee, wasn't it? So I saw him, he posted on Facebook, I was at Coningsby last night. And I said, no way, so were we. But because it was dark, didn't recognise him. But anyway, yeah, I did a bit of video on the old iPhone, just because Harry's getting into his photography now, and he said, oh, can I take my camera? Can I take my camera? So we went over and did a couple of hours on the fence and that, and just getting the aircraft taxiing out. So yeah, I'll do a bit of a video on that. Won't be great quality because it's only on the iPhone, but just to get something else out there other than sport. You know, it's always good to keep your eye on with other stuff. So yeah, if you're not only sport but anything, post anything on the photography chat page. It's really good to see the variety that we do, whether it's wildlife or portraits or street photography, something else I'd love to have a go at. It's great to see the variations of photography that all you guys do. So yeah, do keep posting on photography chat, and yeah, job's a good one. Well, have a great weekend, guys, and watch out for that rally video next week. It'll be hopefully now, and the aviation video as well, the Coningsby video. But yeah, thanks ever so much for watching, guys. Take care. Catch up soon.